Hello there, what is up? I'm Sadaf and in today's video I will be talking about the book that I had talked about as promised. It's called You Have Got This by Margie Warrell. So like I said in a previous video, I only listen to books, and this is a book that I came across on Audible last year actually, when I was preparing for an exam that seemed to be quite impossible for me to pass, because honestly I was like almost working full time, and at the same time I'm a single parent to two kids, and along with that I was preparing for this exam which required a lot of investment in terms of time and energy, and actually there were many things to memorize for that exam, and my memory at that time was not that sharp. Honestly, I was going through a lot at that time, and I had gone through a lot even in the previous years that made my mind not to be able to focus or concentrate properly, not to be able to retain information properly. So despite that, I just challenged myself to try to pass this exam, and then I came across this book at the same time when I had just started to prepare, and thankfully so, because this book really gave me a lot of belief, trust in myself. Simply by reading its title, I just thought that this is something that I should definitely go for. And then when you read its description, it is all about believing in yourself, trusting your abilities, and trusting actually the process, but especially your own capabilities in dealing with the situations that you are facing. And I really liked that at that time. It spoke to me, and I remember I was on vacation with my kids, and that's where I started listening to it. At the same time, I think that sometimes the voice of certain narrators is so good and so empowering, and I just saw that it has been narrated by the author herself, so it is a very great book. And if you have not read it already and you are in a situation where you need some form of boost of confidence and belief in your own capabilities, then please definitely give it a go, and especially listen to it, because reading has a different type of effect on you, whereas listening to something, and especially motivating things and motivating talks, is a different thing. So since then I have listened to this book many times whenever I have been in need of some motivation, some belief in myself. I have listened to it over and over again. And I think another thing that is very valuable is that she has a lot more experience of life. She is way ahead of us in the game, and I love learning from people who have had their own experiences and who are there to share their experiences. So this is how this video is going to go. I will share with you the 2 key takeaways that I have had from this book, and after that I will share with you the 10 commandments for women that she shares in one of her chapters. Actually, this book has not been entirely written for women. It is a book that is for everyone, but she has a special chapter dedicated only to women, and I absolutely love that, and I have learned a lot from this book. So let's get started with the 2 key takeaways, and after that I will share with you the 10 commandments that she has for women. By the way, if you are new to my channel, I make videos for women who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s to inspire them, to motivate them to start a new life, to excel at life, and to actually become more confident, more empowered, productive, and mentally strong. So please subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So the number 1 key takeaway is set ambitious goals. So she says in this book, what goal would you set your sights on if you were to dial up your ambition and pursue the boldest vision for your life? Most of the time we have a tendency to evaluate beforehand what is it that we are able to achieve or not. But what she really encourages you to do is to set ambitious goals. She really encourages you to set goals that are ambitious, that may seem way bigger than you think that you are capable of, but in reality research shows that the people who set such bigger goals and ambitious goals for themselves are way happier than people who set little tiny goals for themselves. The thing is that by setting ambitious goals, you are not just carving the way for yourself, you are at the same time inspiring other people around you that look what I am capable of, and look what you can do too. Instead, when you live too small, you are doing disservice not just to your own potential and talents, but at the same time you are doing a disservice to other people around you as well. Because just think about it, all the people who have made it big most of the time are people who inspire you, who give you hope. And if those people hadn't thought of themselves as being capable of achieving all these goals, who would be there to inspire us? So by setting such ambitious goals, you are actually not just moving forward yourself, you are allowing the entire society to move forward. And I think that is our responsibility as people, to use our own potential to the fullest and at the same time inspire other people as well. Also, she says that when you set your sight on something that inspires you and that stretches you, it entirely transforms your experience of life. And that's so true, because all the people who have allowed themselves to take a different path than the one that was the conventional one have always had a different experience of life. You can go out and check there. Today we have the possibility of looking at all those YouTubers or influencers or maybe other people who wrote their books, and you can check that out by yourself, because all those people that have allowed themselves to dream bigger and have most of the time been able to do bigger as well. Also, what she suggests is to look at your goals through the lens of what you can give and not what you can get, because we all can get different things. But when you look at it through the lens of what you can give to other people, actually you are giving something to the society, and not only the entire universe is going to help you do that, but you are also going to feel way more fulfilled by thinking about what you can give and not what you are going to get. The second key takeaway I got from this book is to choose faith over fear. So let me share an excerpt from the book. Choose faith over fear. Put your bravest foot forward and trust that you have got this, even when you are not sure what step to take after the one that's immediately ahead of you. This is actually the main message of this book. It is to choose faith, to trust your own abilities entirely. And this is the essence of the book. Very often we have a tendency to doubt ourselves. We do not allow ourselves to think more. We think that we are not capable of this or that. And honestly, that was the situation with me last year. I really managed to trust in my own capabilities, and I constantly said to myself that I could definitely make it. And this internal work was a big part of my success at the end of the year when I passed that exam. That meant a lot to me, because along with the work that I had done for passing my exam, there was a very big contribution that came from this mindset work, and I have to say that this book was a big part of that mindset work. The faith of being connected to some higher power is actually not a sign of weakness, whether you are religious or not. But if you believe in the fact that there is something bigger and you are part of that bigger picture as a small entity of that, and that you are moving along in this universe along with that bigger power, having this belief guides you to take better decisions, to make decisions on the basis of faith and not from a place of fear. And you will see that all the people who trust in their own abilities succeed a lot more and a lot more easily, and also they are much more satisfied with who they are. This faith is going to help you see goodness in the darkest of times, even though it is actually an act of courage, because you are having faith in something that you are not sure of, and you might be wrong, but this is a risk that is definitely worth taking. So take this risk and believe in the fact that no matter what happens, at the end of the day, you will always be able to handle the situation, and you are entirely in charge of the situation. That's it for the 2 key takeaways. And now let's move on to the commandments. So the number 1 commandment is be nice, but not too nice. Yes, I take that as think about yourself first, because we as women have a natural tendency to be nice, but at the same time we are taught to be nice, and then when we go out there we have a tendency to be too nice. Even though you are being nice with other people, that's not a bad thing, but at the same time very often we end up saying no to ourselves. So I would say always think about yourself first, and don't be overly nice to others so that you are not being nice enough to yourself. Number 2, embrace perfection. I see that as be easy on yourself. Don't try to be so perfect, even though you want to do things right, even though you have grown up in an environment where the more you did things better, the more validation you got from your parents. No matter what, just do things and be okay with them, no matter how they are. And like I said in my previous video, get rid of comparing yourself to other people altogether. Number 3, take the compliment. You absolutely deserve it. so learn to take the compliment. Don't say, yeah, but this, but you did something and you deserve that compliment. So take it, say thank you, and learn to take a compliment. I think it's a skill in itself, right? Number 4, defy convention and express your difference. Well, this is something that I absolutely stand for. Inspire everyone around you. Be different. Allow yourself to be who you are within yourself, because you are not adding value to anyone by trying to be a clone of everyone else around you. So defy the convention and let your creativity, your potential and talents speak for you. Number 5, dare to ask. It's not a sign of weakness to go out there and ask for help. It's always a good thing. Actually, the book that I'm reading right now, The 4-Hour Work Week, it's all about this message of saving your time and working less. And the author of that book, Tim Ferriss, really recommends you to ask people who know more than you, like experts, instead of trying to find the answer all by yourself. So allow yourself to ask for help, allow yourself to ask questions, and actually that's a sign of power and wisdom. Number 6, save your sorry. So yes, please allow yourself more space, and instead of saying sorry for every little thing, because you are taking space, because you are speaking up, because you are maybe making a comment that shouldn't have been made, whatever, allow yourself to speak. Be okay with it. Sometimes you are going to come up with something that is good, other times you won't come up with something that is interesting, and that is perfectly fine in both situations. So give space to yourself and stop saying sorry all the time. Number 7, don't should on yourself. And I spoke about this in my video called the things that you should stop doing in your 30s. And I absolutely agree that there are no shoulds in life. So honestly, don't should on yourself. There is no should. Enjoy your life. Enjoy whatever situation you are in. Make the most out of it and just live with it and beautify your experience of life. Number 8, amplify the sisterhood. Please keep empowering other women, whether it is by being yourself someone that others are getting inspiration from, or maybe directly mentoring other people, or maybe raising your own daughters in a way that they are able to live life to the fullest. However it is possible, amplify the sisterhood, help each other, empower each other as women, because we really need it. Number 9, own your beauty, but don't let it own you. I see that as beauty being only an aspect of your personality, of yourself, but actually you should expand yourself further more than that, because you are way more than that, and you should allow yourself to explore the other aspects of your personality, whether it is your skills, your communication, your career, or traveling, or whatever it is, but be way more than your beauty. Number 10, say no to the good and yes to yourself. I see that as you always come first, no matter how good other things are. So always apply this me first rule and keep that in mind all the time. When you are interacting with other people, when you are making your decisions, always apply this rule where you come first, me first rule. So I hope that all these commandments, along with the 2 key takeaways that I have given you, they have been inspiring to you. If yes, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, so subscribe to my channel, and I will see you hopefully in my next video. Take care. Bye.